What is going on, Grinders? It's Chief. We're in the building. It is Take Your Pick'em. It is Monday, July 17th, 2023. I am elated to be here and talk with all of you beautiful people in terms of the slate, how we think we might attack it, how we may break it down. It's fantastic. I love this industry. I love all of the people in this industry. And I want to do whatever I can to help in any way. So we're kicking it off. If you're a first-time listener, we have a segment here that's called Winning Words of Wisdom. And so what we try to do is just continue to put out that positive energy, continue to try to give you some motivation. I know you've probably already started your day, but we're still a little early in the morning. Hopefully this is a little bit of food for thought to get you going. This one is coming from a Ganache here, and it says, whatever you want to be, just at the end of the day, if you're being a good person, which is not hard to be, and you're putting positive energy into the world, and you're appreciative and loving to the people around you that care about you and everybody in general, then it will work out. I'm telling you, folks, man, if you know the old adage, treat people how you want to be treated, put good out, get good in. I think this is a wonderful quote by this person, and I love just being able to help people put positive energy into the world. And hopefully, if we've got some positivity going in our pick'em process, then our mental state will stay good. We won't go in that downward negative spiral, and we'll continue to do well. So let's go over our recap. We're going to hop right in that. And on the month, we are 15-5 on the month. It's been a really good month. Obviously, we had a little short stint off with the All-Star break, but it's been a really good month. We've got so our recap from Friday, which was we just had one day last week because of that All-Star break. We had Charlie Morton. We wanted under 2.5 earned runs allowed. We were able to accomplish a win with that one. We wanted Graham Ashcraft at 4.5 strikeouts, less than 4.5 strikeouts. We were able to get that one. And we had Tyler Glasnow. We wanted more than 8 strikeouts, but that one was a DNP. The game got canceled because of the weather. So we still ended up with a baby sweep. Let's call it a baby sweep. If you played the powers like I talked about, I had the round robin on those guys. Was able to get one through, obviously, because of the Glasnow DNP. So still ended up being a profitable adventure. 15-5 on the month. This has been a good month. And typically in June, we will see baseball continue to thrive. June is typically a good month for baseball to just really take off like a rocket ship. So with that being said, we're going to hop right in to one of our first plays on the day. And this one, I like this one a ton. I think this is a guy that has really been giving it up over the past few weeks, over the past month, pretty much the whole season. And we're going to start, and that's going to be with Jordan Lyles. Now, for those of you that are listening in your cars, obviously I know that you won't see this right away, but I will discuss what's on the screen and discuss the information so that you guys can hear about it, even though you may not be able to see it. So we got Jordan Lyles. One of the and I like a couple of his today. I like 3 of them, but one of them is going to go on the official tally. So I do like his strikeouts at 4.5. I like less than that projection as well. I also like hits allowed at 5.5. I like more than that projection. The one that we're going to key in on, though, we've got him at 2.5 earned runs, and I think I'm going to key in on that one. So we've got Jordan Lyles here, and as we see, in terms of strikeouts, he's at 16.7% on the season, 17.9% to lefties, 15.5% to righties. Over the past 30 days, and this is going to include approaching All-Star break, he's at 14.1%, 12.2% to lefties, 16.7% to righties. And so what we're looking at, he's not walking a lot of guys, which is great for us, which means he's pounding the strike zone, right? He's not going to get a lot of swinging strikes. He's going to be pounding the strike zone. And so what we're hoping is that the Detroit Tigers can rattle off enough hits. We know that Jordan Lyles has been giving up hits. He gives up enough hits that we can drive some runs in. At 2.5, I think this is a good proposition for us. We've seen Jordan Lyles really give it up here. Like I said, over the past few weeks, Even, the past couple games, we've seen him give up some runs. Now, he only gave up 1 against Cleveland, but 5 against Miami, 5 against Cincinnati. He gave up 3 against Detroit a couple weeks ago, 4 against Tampa Bay. I think this is a good opportunity. Like I said, with Jordan Lyles, 2.5 earned runs, I think he's able I think the Detroit Tigers should be able to accomplish that. When we look at what Jordan Lyles is throwing, we're going to see that Jordan Lyles is going to be primary. He's got an array of pitches, primarily fastball, throwing a sweeper a little bit of changeup, sinker, curveball, cutter. He's got an array of pitches. But one of the things that I think is he's probably throwing too many, and he's been able to be hittable because he's pounding his own. So when we look at the Tigers here, we see that, yes, are they a fairly high strikeout team in general? Yes, but I think that's going to be limited today. I think it'll flow a little bit more in their favor because of the low strikeout rates of Jordan Lyles. And so we see McKinstry leading off, or will possibly be leading off at 20%. We've got Riley Green at 26, but a pretty nice ISO for him. Torkelson at 26, 158 ISO. Kerry Carpenter. This is the man. This is the guy that I'm hoping drives this thing home for us early. I'm hoping Lyles can have 1 or 2 on base. And let's pray for a Kerry Carpenter home run and go ahead and knock this thing out early. 243 ISO, 347 WOBA. Him and Riley Green look really good today. 25% K rate overall. Now, Javi Baez, listen, K rate's at 23%, just no power right now against right-handed pitching this season. We've got Baddoo, 128 ISO. So like I said, not a lot of power, but I still think he's going to give up the hits. And so as a result of Lyles giving up the hits, that's where I'm thinking the runs are going to come from. Even if they single and double him to death, so to speak, I still think the runs will be there. So there we go. That's Jordan Lyles. That's one of the ones that I like today. All right, we're going to hop to another one here. And this one is going to be out in the Chicago game, and that's going to be Drew Smyly. So we got Drew Smyly at 17.5 pitching outs. He's facing the Washington Nationals. And so one of the things that I like about Washington is they don't strike out a ton. Like we've got Stone Garrett here at a 29.9% K rate, and we've got CJ Abrams at a 27.5% K rate. But generally speaking, they are not striking out a ton. And so they've really limited pitcher strikeout opportunities, and because of the lack of strikeouts, they're able to run up the count from time to time. And so I'm hoping that's what we see here with Drew Smyly. So we got Drew Smyly 17.5 pitching outs. We want less than that projection, as we can see over the season. He's got a 19.1% K rate, 20% to lefties, 18% to righties. Over the past 30 days, we've seen that, we've seen that dip a little bit at 16.2% K rate, 7.1% to lefties, 18.2% to righties. So a little bit less to lefties. We look at what Drew Smyly's throwing. What we will see is he's got the sinker, he's got the curveball, he's got the cutter. So we do want the ball will be on the ground some, right? Because, we see what he's throwing. But what we're hoping is BABIP is in our favor. We're hoping that these guys can continue to run up the count like they've done, continue to have a lack of strikeouts on their side. And then we can get these guys rolling here. So I love the 17.5 pitching outs. And I probably don't mind. I think he's at 4.5 strikeouts across all the sites as well. I don't mind less than that as well. But 17.5 pitching outs is something I'm interested in. And I'm hoping Washington can continue to, like I said, be that low strikeout team today. And then I'm also hoping they score a few runs. So when we look at Drew Smyly just over his past couple games, he really hasn't. He's only cleared 17.5 pitching outs once in kind of the past month. So I'm hoping that continues. And he's faced the Yankees, the Brewers, the Phillies, the Pirates, and he faced the Pirates back to back. And so I'm hoping that Washington, like I said, can come out and do their job. Well, if you're looking for it, I was on the morning grind last night. We talked about Lane Thomas, and Stevie was talking about Lane Thomas. So if you guys are interested in some hitter props, maybe check out Lane Thomas. He's probably a good guy that has a home run possibility as well today. But like I said, that won't count in the official tally. But Drew Smyly, 17.5 pitching outs. We want less than that projection. All right, here we go. We're going to move to our next one, and then we're going to get out of here. Slightly quicker show today, it feels like. But once again, we're very succinct with what we're doing. That's going to be Jesus Luzardo. We're going out to St. Louis. Jesus Luzardo at 6 strikeouts. We've really seen him take off this season. And as I discussed, on the morning grind yesterday. Boy, do the Athletics probably wish they still had him on their pitching staff. On the season for Jesus Luzardo, we've got him at a 29% K rate, 32.6% to lefties, 28.3% to righties. Over the last 30 days, we've seen a slight uptick in that, or a nice uptick in that, rather. 34.2% total, 28% to lefties, 35% to righties. So really like Jesus Luzardo here. And as we take a look at the St. Louis Cardinals, they have some low strikeout bats, but they also have some high strikeout opportunities. So we've got Jordan Walker at 23%, Goldsmith at 20%, Arenado at 14%, Contreras at 29%, DeJong at 30%. 15% for Carlson, 29% for Newbar. We've got Furman, who's at 0%, very limited plate appearances, obviously. And we've got Donovan at 17%. All in all, I just like what Luzardo is doing. The other thing that I like is he's not walking bats this year. He did have some control issues in the past, but this season, we've really seen him limit the walks. And so that's something else that I really like about Luzardo in terms of how he's been pitching this season. So we've got him at a 29.9% K rate, like I said, on the season. And I think this team, he will have some opportunities. When we look at what he's throwing, we know he's got a live fastball, average velocity about 95 miles per hour, but slider and changeup. And so when you see that, live fastball, live slider, a little bit of off speed to keep it mixed up. Love the opportunity here. Think this is a great spot for Luzardo. I know that the Cardinals, they've had probably not the season they're looking for. And so what I'm hoping is that continues today that continues for them to just kind of not hit today. Let Luzardo go out, do his thing, have a great outing, and continue to be the great pitcher that he's been all season. All right, folks, so that's going to wrap it up for today. I'm going to go over a recap. Listen, if you're enjoying this content, hit the like button. Please subscribe and turn on those notifications, and that way you'll know when the show is going live. Also, if you want to kind of see some of my full cards, hop in the prop shop. It's free, folks. In fact, most of the channels in the RotoGrinders Discord are free. So it's a resource for you guys to come in. We've got a lot of great people in the prop shop sharing ideas, sharing plays. And so we'd love for you to be a part of that. All right, let's go over our recap, and then we will get you out of here. So we've got Jordan Lyles at 2.5 earned runs. We want more than that projection. We've got Drew Smiley at 17.5 pitching outs. We want less than that projection. And we've got Jesus Luzardo at 6 strikeouts flat. We want more than that projection. Folks, I'm Chief. This has been Take Your Pick'em. Thank you so much for joining me. Come in with your pockets empty, leave with your pockets full. We'll see you tomorrow.